I had to make a readjustment. My computer fell off of its uh, stabilizers. I guess that's the best way to put it. I guess it's not going to stay up there. Okay, well, welcome to my yoga class with me. This class is called PJ Yoga with TJ, and this named it Inspiration. So think about your poses and be inspired to do the very best you can do. Get my boot off here. We're going to start by in our seated position. Have your strap handy with a loop. You'll need a block because we're going to do another supported bridge pose that we did last week. A bolster, if you want to have that under your knees during Shavasana. And a blanket, of course, to cover up in. Or you can do legs on the couch, chair, or up the wall if you want to for your Shavasana, as we did last week. But I'll probably do it on the mat this week. And I think that's all we needed. Your eye mask, of course. Yep. So let's begin with our chair warm-ups, just to get our body ready. You should always warm up, no matter what kind of exercise you're doing. I've got my harem pants on today. They're so comfy. I love these pants. So let's begin by first just sitting in a nice upright position. Just taking a nice breath. And I have my eyes closed down, just getting ready for focusing on the task that I'm about to engage in, and pushing all of the other thoughts out of my mind that fills my head for the day of what I need to do, what I haven't done, what I want to do, what I should do. Just forget about all of that and take this time for yourself to bring peace and harmony and inspiration to your thoughts. Let's do 3 nice breaths up. We're going to raise our arms up as we inhale. The hands in prayer pose. Exhale through the mouth out. Inhale in. Exhale. Really give it a big so you can really feel that strength of the relaxation. Inhale. It always feels good. You should do that in the morning before you even get out of the bed. And at night, as you get in the bed, just to release the day, release the night, and be prepared for either sleep or getting up and hurrah, getting all your work done. Of course, including a mindfulness session, be a yoga or exercise session, just for your better health. So let's begin by, you can have your hands on your thighs or resting at your side, but whatever you're doing, make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. I'm going to go ahead and take my sweatshirt off. I always like to have a sweatshirt handy for the end of the class, but I'll get hot during the class. So I'm just going to put this over there by my blanket and bolster. So I'm sitting up nice straight back. I have my head over my shoulders, not pulling forward or pulling back, just nice and straight. So this keeps my spine in a nice straight position, which helps to build the muscles around the spinal cord to keep my back nice and straight so I don't get hunched over. And we're just going to do some toe raises. I already feel that in my calves. The next time I do a class, I should have my air boot off. I'm not sure if I'll be having therapy or what after it comes off this coming week. And then bring that to stillness, and let's just stick both of our feet out. Oh, I'm going to take my socks off too. It's always good to have the socks off while you're doing yoga. If you want to be standing and do these poses, of course you can do that. If you were standing, you would just be doing toe raises. If you're standing for this, do 1 foot at a time. We're just bringing it up. Like I'm just trying to pull my toes up towards my body, which is a great ankle stretch. And then we're just going to windshield wiper them back and forth. If you're standing, you would just stand on 1 foot and do it. We'll do enough so that you can switch over if you prefer standing. Of course, if you're standing, you're also strengthening your leg muscles. But if you're sitting, let's pull our abs nice and tight. And then we're just going to rotate the ankle bone around and then reverse that. We're really lubricating these joints and surrounding tissue. Go to the left side. In reverse, I have to say reverse, I'll reverse mine. And then we're just going to kick our knees in and out. When you kick it out, come up and hold it, hold it, hold it. Left leg, hold it, up, hold it, up, hold it, and one more time, hold it. Ah, that feels good. Let's try both legs. Hold it. You really have to engage your abs for this so you can keep your back straight. And down, hold it, down, hold it, down. Ooh, good. Bring the knee up just a little bit off the floor and out to the side. If you're standing, you're just going to, I call them knee in and outs. Let's do a couple more. I think that's 5. And then go to the left side. 1, 2, 3. This gets the hip flexors open, the groin open. 3, 4, and 5. Feels good. I'm just going to do a little circle. We'll do 3, 4, 5, and reverse that. 1, 2, 3. This feels really good. 4, 5. If you have any tightness in that low back area, that is a nice, gentle way to kind of relax that. Let's do some, let's see, I got all my leg stuff. I think so. So let's do some twists. We're going to take our hands and hold them, have them intertwine my fingers, and I'm just going to twist from side to side. 2, left, 3, left, 4, left. This also feels good. And last one, 5, and left. Side stretches. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale as you stretch over. Hold it for a breath. Next exhale, come up to center. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale over to the left. Full round of breath. Next exhale, come up. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, over. Next exhale, come up. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale over, stretching to the side. Nice straight posture, pulling in those abs. Next, exhale up. Ah, that feels good. Let's do some shoulder rolls. 1, 2, tighten those abs. 3, 4, and 5. And then shrug up. And then let it all out. 2 more. Inhale up. Hold it tight. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale up. Exhale. Oh, that felt good. We're going to take our nose and point it down to our chest. The center, point down. Center, point down. Center to the right. Nose over shoulder to the right shoulder. Exhale, center, inhale. To the left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale. Center. Exhale, right. Last one. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, and let's do a little bit of tapping. So let's start with our feet and just gently tap. I'm tapping on the front of my leg, up, my ribs, across, taking my right arm on my left, turning my hand over, tapping back up on the inside, across, switching to the left on the top of the right arm, turn over, tap the inside across, tap the chest, around the back, the shoulders, the neck, up on the head, love the head, and around the jawline. In case you were clenching your teeth in the night and you've got tight jaws, you can even rub that out a little bit. Pick it up around the eyebrows, back up on the head, kind of like you're patting yourself at the back there. Bring that back down. Try to get to your backside and down the back of the legs. That always really brings the blood circulation to your skin and makes you feel all tingly all over. At least it does me. It feels great. And let's see, I think I've got everything. Okay, let's begin with our poses now. We're going to do seated cat-cow. And I want you to feel your ribs. And when we do cat or cow, I want you to push with your ribs back for cat. Push them up and try to bring your breastbone up to the ceiling for cow. And see the difference in this. Cat, cow, using the force of the ribs instead of cat, where I'm really rounding the back, which could cause some, if you have low back issue, this could cause some stress for there. And then cow, where I'm really just hyperextending my back. We just want the breastbone going up to the ceiling, not our heads flinging everything back. Okay, ready? We're going to do 3 rounds, 3 breaths in each hold. And so here we go. So inhale, exhale, cat. Hold it for 3 rounds of breath. On your next exhale, bring it to cow. My head is not tilting back, it's just my breastbone is raising up, which gives a nice gentle curve to the back. Holding it for 3 breaths. On your next exhale, beginning round 2 in cat. Fully using the ribs. 3 breaths. Next exhale. Push your ribs out, the breastbone up for cow. 3 breaths. Next exhale, and the last round for cat-cow. Cat. Really feel that rib pull in. You should feel your abs working here. It should make them tighten up naturally. Take your 3 breaths. And on your exhale, come into your cow. If you want this time, you can open your mouth out wide. Stick your tongue out. And do a lion's breath. I'll do one more. Inhale the center. Always makes my chin get wet when I stick my tongue out. Our next pose is pigeon pose. I've been doing pigeon pose quite a bit because it relieves so much stress in this sciatic, low back, opens up your hip flexors, which helps with balance and walking. So I feel like it's a very important one. And again, if you have had knee or hip replacement, you might want to just cross at the ankle as an alternative. You can lay your leg out, cross at the calf, and then do your forward bend. Or you can bring your leg up, the right leg up to lay on the left thigh muscle. On my right one, I can do it at around the ankle. My left one, I have to move up to the calf. So if you need it to do pigeon pose more like this because of your flexibility issues, then find your best pigeon pose. Sitting up nice and straight. And I'm going to rest my right hand on my thigh, and my left hand is here by my ankle, and I'm going to just gently bend forward. This bend is just a bend like this in the back. I don't curve my back in any way. It's straight. Pretend that you have a wooden beam running in the back of your shirt so you cannot bend your back any. That way you get your best hamstring stretch along with the best hip opener and relief of sciatic pain. And we'll just hold it for 3 breaths. You probably have had two breaths already, so we'll do one more. And on your next exhale, we're going to sit up. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times on the right, and then we'll move to the left. Inhale. Exhale over, which puts a little more stretch. Don't overstretch, of course. 3 breaths. They're just normal breaths. Next exhale, sit up slowly. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward. And if you have your hand resting, you can feel that that puts a little bit more weight on the legs. So that brings a little more stretch to the hamstring. If that's too much, just take your hand off. And it can be resting beside you or on top of your other arm like this, kind of like the extra weight. Do not push, just let it ease into its natural stretchiness. On your next exhale, sit straight up and slowly take your leg down. Let's give it a little shake and maybe a little kick-a-bob, maybe a little rotation. And we're going to go to the left side. So bring the left leg up over the thigh. And on this one, because of my knee, I have it closer to my calf, resting on the thigh. And sit up nice and straight. Inhale. Exhale over. Oh, that feels so good. And 3 breaths. We're doing 3, 3, 3 today. 3's our number. Next exhale. Sit up nice and slow. Make sure that you have your right foot firmly planted in the mat so it doesn't slip. Inhale. Exhale over. Oh, I went a little bit further that time. I'm starting to limber up. Don't think I'd be ready for doing the limbo with my skates on, but I'm starting to limber up. Next exhale, slowly sit up. And we'll do one more pigeon pose, seated pigeon pose. Inhale and exhale over. Oh, that's a nice, nice stretch. Make sure that both sit bones are evenly distributed on your chair, because you don't want to be doing this lopsided. Next exhale, slowly, slowly sit up. Then cross your leg, shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. And a little kick-a-bob. I wonder where that saying came from, kick-a-bob. Maybe I'm just making it up. And let's press our toes into the mat. Just do a little pressing of the toes, raising the toes, press the toes, raise the toes, press the toes, raise the toes. I'm trying to do a little bit of movement on this left foot since the boot's close to coming off. I just will not stand on it, but I can move it around pretty good now. Our next pose is seated eagle pose, which is great for opening up the area between our shoulder blades, which includes lungs and bronchial. So we're going to take our right arm and place it on top of our left, twist it around, try to put your palms together. They won't be their palms together, but the fingertips are just at the bottom of the other hand. And I'll turn sideways. I'm sitting up nice and straight, engaging my abs, and I'm going to raise my arms up. I don't know how this looks like an eagle, but it's eagle pose. We'll do 3 rounds of breath here. On your next exhale, we'll bring that back down, untwine them, swish them around. Inhale. Exhale back into eagle pose, raising the elbows up, which gives a nice stretch through that shoulder blade area. 3 rounds of breath. Next exhale, lower the arms, untwine them. Do swim arms, graceful arms. Inhale. Exhale back into eagle pose. Almost did the other arm. As you and exhale the elbows up. 3 rounds of breath here. Next exhale, release the arms and let them flutter around gracefully. Maybe even put your hands together. And we'll do, clasp your hands together. We'll do a roller coaster. And then reverse. Be inspired. Have fun. What inspires you to do better? This time we're going to inhale, and the left arm is going to go on top of the right arm, and then bring the right arm around to press against the palms together. And you can see my fingertips are just at the connecting point where my palm begins. I don't know anyone that can get their palms completely together. That would be amazing. So let's inhale, exhale up with the elbows coming up, and you should feel that nice stretch through the back, through the shoulders. Next exhale, release, and float the arms. Inhale, exhale. Remember the left arm is on top. Exhale the elbows up. 3 rounds of breath. Abs tight. On your next exhale, release the arms slowly and let them float out. Let's let them do wings and pump them. Bring them down. Roll the shoulders. Inhale up. Left arm on top. Exhale. Twine them together. Inhale. Exhale, elbows up. 3 rounds of breath. Next exhale, release slowly. Bring the arms straight out. Rotate the palms up. Rotate the palms around and over. Rotate the palms up. Rotate the palms down and over. And then just let the arms shake out. That felt really nice. Our next one is forward fold, chair forward fold. So let's do wide-legged. And we'll do a dangle. We did a dangle last week. Let's do a dangle this week. So let's inhale and exhale over, grasping your elbows together, and just let your head relax in the downward position and your body dangle. 3 rounds of breath. Next exhale, release your elbows and slowly, slowly, slowly come up, letting the head come up last. Again, if this makes you feel dizzy, stay for one round of breath and come up. And you can come up very slowly, whether you do the 1 or the 3 breaths, okay? Inhale. Exhale, grabbing your elbows as you bend forward and dangle. 3 rounds of breath, or 1 round, depending on if you got dizzy or not. Next exhale, let go of your elbows. Come up very slowly. Try bringing your fingertips up the inside of your leg to the waist, and then the head comes up. That's one way to keep your head down, because you can focus on looking at your fingertips as they slowly come up. If you bring the head up too fast, that's what makes you dizzy. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, holding your elbows and bending forward. This time we're going to circle the elbows and then reverse. We're doing a moving dangle, and then let them swing forward and back. Your head is relaxed. On your next exhale, release the elbows, touch the inside of the feet, drag the fingertips up the inside of the leg very slowly as you're watching, all the way up to the waist, and then head comes up last. Our next pose is side angle, chair side angle pose. I'm going to turn so that my right foot is facing towards the wall on the side of the chair. And I'm going to stretch out my back leg. You should be on your toes. I can't do that, so I'm just stretching it out to the side. And then I'm going to bring up my left arm as I inhale and reach over sideways, side angle. Look like a triangle. Three breaths. This really adjusted my back. I got a lot of adjustments back there. And on your next exhale, return to center. Bring the legs in. And I think we'll do each side and then come back to the other side, because we're going to repeat it 3 times. So this side, I have my left foot facing towards the wall. My right foot is going to go back. And like I said, I can get this one on my toes. And they're going to be pointing slightly at an angle. So I'm going to inhale and exhale over. Try to keep your back straight. Try not to lean forward, because we're wanting to do this nice long stretch in our legs and our side of our body. Next exhale, come up slowly. Bring the legs together. We're going to go back to the right side. Left leg goes back. Right toes are towards the wall on the side of your chair. Inhale. Exhale over. If you want, you can have the right hand in front of the leg. If you can come down and touch the floor, you can. If not, you could use a block. I'm just letting it dangle down there. And I'm kind of pressing my elbow into my inner thigh so that I can keep my back nice and straight. It gives me a little bit of support there. Next, exhale. Return to center. And we're going to switch sides. Left leg comes out. Right leg goes back. Have to adjust a little bit on the seat here. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Right hand comes overhead. And I've got my elbow bracing my inner thigh so that I can stay looking forward. Your head should be pointed towards the front of the room. Maybe it's pointing towards the back, depending on where you're doing it, but straight forward. Forward where your chair is forward. Next, exhale, come up nice and slow. It's important to come out of the poses slow. Bring the legs together and switch sides. Last one on the right. Inhale. Exhale. Lean over to your right side. You can put your hand behind you. No, that's not right. Keep it in the front. That way you keep your torso forward. 3 breaths. Next, exhale. Come up nice and slow, returning everything back to center. Now to the left. Left foot to the left, facing the wall, right foot back at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale. And exhale over to the left. Right hand's coming over my head. You can see that I'm facing forward. I'm not letting my spine twist. We're not doing a twist at this point. We're doing a side angle stretch. On your next exhale, slowly come up and bring everything to center. Well, hello, Mr. Todd. Are you getting up for a while? Hello. And after that, we're going to do a down dog. You can use the seat of your chair or the back of your chair. I'm going to use the back. I cannot put as much pressure on the right foot. So you can do, you have to scoot back a little ways from your chair. Inhale up, exhale, placing fingertips on the back of the chair, letting your head fall through your hand, your arms into a down dog, pointing your tailbone towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Next exhale, come up. Nice and slow. I see you. And arms down. Inhale up. Exhale over into down dog, or if you want to stay with your back flat, tabletop. I like to let my head press through my arms into a down dog position because it gives my arms a nice stretch. Tailbone is pointing towards the ceiling. Really try to push it up there. You'll feel that nice hamstring stretch. On your next exhale, come up nice and slow. What is it? Inhale up. Do down dog for us. Stretch over into your last and final down dog of the day. I should have said when we did our first down dog of the day, this is our last. It's really important that you try and push the tailbone towards the ceiling, because that's what gives you the hamstring stretch of just enough but not too much. On your next exhale, bend your knees generously and roll up. That felt really good. Now meet me down on the mat in restorative rest pose. Get my stuff down there. For the mat portion of the class. Move my chair out of the way and see what I need. I think I need a block. So I'm going to get my block. Get your block and your strap handy. Especially important to have a strap today. If you don't have a strap, then just, I guess you can do it without it. It's much easier with it. You can always use a soft belt off of a robe or something. I'm going to go ahead and put my socks on. Seems like when I get on the mat, I just get cold because I know that Shavasana is coming and I'm going to lay down and just totally relax. So I'll go ahead and put my sweatshirt on too, so that I'm partially ready. If you're in your restorative rest pose, you can start swishing your knees back and forth. Because that's going to be part of warm up our next stuff. I love the windshield wipers. It really feels good on my low back. And then bring your knees out, your feet out wider or as wide as your mat, and then let the left knee fall in and then the right knee fall in. This is a great stretch for the inner ruin and lubricating that hip joint. And it just feels good. Do a few of these. I think he thinks it's time to eat, but it isn't. He's never got off of daylight savings time. And then bring that to stillness when you've done even sides. Keep the left knee bent for the next one. And we're going to take the strap and put it around our foot. I think I might make my strap just a little bit bigger, because it's going to be bigger for some of the other things we're doing, I think. That makes it easier if it is. And the reason why I like it bigger, because then I can just hold it like a loop here. That might be too big. So we're going to lasso our foot and try to keep the strap or your belt or whatever you're using more towards the top are towards the heel. You don't want it in the middle of your foot where that tendon is. And we're just doing hand to big toe. I'm going to bring my hand up. You want your, I'm going to keep it down here because I want my shoulder on the mat so that I'm not getting my back crooked. And I'm just going to take 3 breaths here at this point. The further up you have your foot towards your head, the more hamstring stretch. If you're very tight, you may not have your leg straight at all. It may be more down here, or it may be more bent. You do your best one. On your next exhale, just bend the knee and relax it. Then we're going to inhale it up. And then 3 breaths. Next exhale, bend the knee generously. Let it relax. And we've got 1 more on this side. So inhale the foot up. Whatever up is for your foot, for your leg, and 3 inhales. On your next exhale, bend the knee and take the strap off of that foot. And just get that leg, maybe take it straight out. Let it move side to side. Bring it back up. Rotate the knee around in a circle. Go the opposite direction. And then place that foot on the mat and lasso your left foot. On this one, I have to have it more down by the heel because the break is up there on that metatarsal bone. And try to have your foot flexed. If you're holding at the top of the foot, it would naturally flex it. So, inhale 3 times. When you get it, you pull the foot up towards your head until you feel the hamstring stretch. Don't over pull it. Don't overstretch. If you overstretch your hamstring, you'll have a lot of trouble the rest of your life. Three breaths. On your next exhale, bend the knee and let that relax. Inhale the foot up. Get into your stretching position. And 3 breaths. Next exhale, bend your knee. I think that was number 2. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale, left leg up. 3 breaths. Next exhale, you can release your strap and let that leg come down. Bring it all the way down, which gives a nice piriformis stretch if you do it with the heel sliding all the way out to the end, keeping your foot flexed. And then let your leg roll side to side. Bring the knee up and do some knee circles. And reverse. Bring both legs up, hold behind your uh, thighs and just roll side to side, letting the low back really press out. And then bring both feet down. Our next is going to be a sequence. So we'll need the strap again. These are some of my favorite ones. We're going to put the strap around the foot again. We're going to we're going to hold the strap with the left arm, and it's just going to come straight over to the right side. Don't try to get it down on the ground because I don't want your hip rolling over. I just want actually I think it's better to hold it with my right hand. I just want the leg stretching out. You should feel through that inner groin a really good stretch. And 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, bring that right foot up and let it go over the midline of the body. If you need to lower that left leg for this one, you can. It should not go down to the ground. If it does, you are definitely rolling your hip off of the mat. Leave the hips on the mat. You can bring your left arm out to the left side and roll your head to the right if you want to have an extra stretch on the neck and the arm. On your next exhale, bring the right foot up. Switch hands. Inhale. Exhale the right foot to the right. And I'm letting my hand just go down to roll the loop. I have my right hand straight out at a T and I'm looking to the left. Have my left leg straight out. If that bothers your back, you can bring the left leg up. Try to keep your back flat on the mat. On your next exhale, slowly bring the right leg up. Switch hands and lower to the left or across the midline. Left arm out, head turns to the right. 3 breaths. Next exhale, bring the right foot up. Switch hands. Inhale and exhale the right foot over to the right. The left arm comes out to the left. Oh, I messed that up. You're supposed to be holding with your left. Right arm is out to the right with the foot and look to your left. I think I've gotten my La La Land yoga poses. When I start getting relaxed, that's what happens. In your next exhale, slowly bring that right foot up. Switch hands. Let the right foot go to the left. Left head goes out and look to your right. This is the last time on this side. On your next exhale, bring the right leg up. Take the strap off and let that foot come down, straight down, sliding, with the foot flexed. We're going to go to the left side, bring the left foot up. Hold it with your left hand. Keep your foot flexed. If you have your strap up by your metatarsal bones or the fleshy part of your foot up here, whatever you need to do, keep it off of the instep, the arch, because there is a tendon in there you don't want to strain. I'm going to let the left leg go to the left. I'm going to hold it with my right hand. I'm going to bring my left hand out and look to my right. On your next exhale, bring the left foot up, switch hands, let it fall to the right. Let your right hand come out in a T and look to your left. Ooh, this really gets that leg in a nice stretch. Don't pull it too far. What you're doing is you're letting the weight of your foot pull it down. And that's why we have the strap. If you don't have a strap, sometimes it's hard to keep the leg nice and straight. On your next exhale, bring that up, switch hands, left arm and left foot goes to the left, head turns to the right. Should feel a great inner thigh stretch. 3 breaths. Next exhale, return to center, switch hands, right arm goes out, left leg goes to the right, and you are looking to the left. Next exhale, return to center. I lost count. I think that was 3. If not, we'll be short one side, but I think it was 3. For our next pose, we're going to roll over onto our belly. And we're going to do a locust pose. So in locust pose, you're just raising up. I'm not using my hands, whatever you can raise up with your strength of your back. And we're going to bring the arms around to lay on our back with palms up. We're raising the feet in 3 breaths. This is really good for your digestion. Next exhale, bring the arms around front, legs wide, forehead on the mat. Inhale, raising up and holding 3 breaths. Exhale, arms around front, legs out wide, forehead on the mat. Inhale up, bringing the hands to the back, the legs together, your toes are pointed, and 3 breaths. The deeper you breathe in here, the more you give those internal organs a massage. Exhale, arms coming to the front, forehead on the mat. Let's take, and we're going to do a crocodile pose. So let's bring the legs back together. And place your left hand on top of the right and your forehead on top of your hands. 3 breaths. This is also good for digestion. It doesn't get in as deep for an internal organ massage, but it still is good. Next exhale. Raise your head up and switch the right hand on top of the left. Exhale your forehead down for 3 more breaths. On your next exhale, bring your hands down even with your breastbone. We're going to raise up into Sphinx. And I am just raising up as far as I can pull myself up. Don't try to push yourself up any further. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. And exhale, forehead to the mat. 2 more times. Inhale. Into Sphinx. Actually, for Sphinx, the arm should be on a little further. I was doing locust again. Sorry. Next exhale, release down. Inhale up into Sphinx. 3 breaths. And exhale down. Roll back over onto your back for a banana asana, because those poses that we just did, Sphinx and locust, are a type of a back bend. So we want to counterbalance the back bend, which banana asana is the best pose for that. So bring your knees up. Lift your hips to the right, just like an inch, maybe an inch and a half. So when you straighten your legs, it should feel like your hips are really over to that right side. You're going to bring the torso to the left. The hips are staying where they're at. Bring the left leg to the left and the right leg to the left. And that should give you a nice C curve or a banana shape. 3 breaths. This is also another excellent pose for back issues. On your next exhale, uncross the feet, bring them to center, bring the torso to center, bring your knees up, and bring the hips to center. And then let's do another, just a little rocking on the low back. Maybe even a roll back and forth. And then bring the feet down, pick the hips up and move them about an inch to an inch and a half to the left. Straighten the legs out. Move the torso to the right, the legs to the right. Cross the left leg over the right ankle if you want to. Arms are stretched up overhead, and you should be in a nice banana shape or a C curve. 3 breaths. On your next exhale, release the legs, release the torso, bring the feet up, recenter yourself, and stretch out nice and long. Both hands overhead, both feet straight out. Now flex your feet, point, flex, point. Keep them pointed, and we're going to stretch the right hand And the left foot towards opposite walls. A breath in, exhale. Go to the opposite side, left hand, right foot, opposite walls. Deep breath in. Exhale to the other side again. So that's right hand, keep your feet pointed. And left foot, exhale. Left hand, right foot, stretching opposite. And bring that to center. And gather your things for Shavasana, which I'm going to use my bolster. And since I've got purple on, I'm using my purple blanket. I am a purple person today. I didn't get purple in my hair though, but I do have some new purple dye for my purple hair. I'm going to bring my eye mask and my neck support up. When you're laying in your Shavasana, I want you to focus on your breath and just see how it feels. Don't do anything special with it, just focus on it. I have to set my timer because I'll lose track of time down here. And I will meet you back in about 7 or 8 minutes for non-mistake time. moment to just take in 2 or 3 breaths and see how you're feeling. I hope that this yoga class called Inspiration has left you inspired to continue with your quest for health and doing stretches and breathing exercises. And then when you're feeling like you're ready to come up, roll over onto your right side and with your left hand, slowly push yourself upwards, bringing your head up last. And I'm going to bring my chair, we'll use this chair, it's easier to carry, over to the camera closer and read about inspiration. And leave it in my purple chair. It's got a purple seat. So I'm all purple. Inspiration. Create margins in your life for intuitive promptings. Go beyond the daily noise and connect with the source that nourishes all life. I hope that you connected with whatever nourishes you and your life. And I do feel that people that work out and do some form of exercise at least 3 times a week, 5 is better, that you do have more inspiration. I do. And then I found this quote, nothing in nature blooms all year. Be patient with yourself. So maybe you feel like you're not doing a good job when you work out or do yoga, but it'll get there with time and perseverance. Out of my Heart Talk book. Oh, this is a good one. How to keep going. Pause, breathe, repair your universe, and proceed. There you go. That gives you instruction on how to keep going. Let's rub our hands together, bringing some energy and warmth into the palms of our hands, bringing that into our heart center to bring love and warmth into our hearts. And I ask that you fill your life with inspirational thoughts and doings. Namaste. I'll see you next week. Ta-ta for now. Thank you for joining me too. I appreciate everyone that follows me.